All right, good evening, everyone. As I indicated, we're working on hyungs tonight. So I'm going to be moving through movements from your hyungs as the drills. If you don't know the hyungs, that's okay, because this is further proof that our basics are the foundation, and whether you know the hyung or not, you can still do the movements, because if you know the basic moves, the blocks, the kicks, you'll notice that nothing is very advanced as far as if you're not, if you're just stringing them together. So like our basic hyungs, even our advanced hyungs, are just basic movements that you've done since white belt. So we're gonna work on hyungs tonight with our basics. So let's start with a warm up. We'll head up and down, loosen up your necks. And we'll look left to right. And then ear to shoulder. Rotate the shoulders forward. And then back. And then the whole arm forward. And then back. One forward, one back. And then changing directions. Good, we're going in and out. Really open up those arms. Move into our twist. Start loosening up. Good. Put your knuckles on your hips. Big rotations with your hips. One way. And then we'll go the other way. Very good. And tonight we're going to do full body rotation. So get a decent base with your feet, maybe a little bit past your shoulders, and you're just going to move your whole upper body around in a big circle. And nice and loose. Lean back a little bit as you move through. And when we get to the bottom, we're going to go the other way. So back the other way now. Very good. All right, so from here we're going to move on to our jumping jacks. You can do 50 jumping jacks. Do your best to stay with it. We can get through them. Jumping jacks is one of our easiest exercises. I have faith everybody can do this one. Ready and begin. Hana, do, set, nek, tasa, yasa, yo, yoro, ha, yo, hana, do, set, nek, tasa, yasa, yo, yoro, ha, 20, hana, do, set, nek, tasa, yasa, yo, yoro, ha, 30, hana, do, set, nek, tasa, yasa, yo, yoro, ha, 40, hana, do, set, nek, tasa, yasa, yo, yoro, ha, 50. Okay, so for push-ups, we're going to do them caterpillar style. So what you're going to do, you're going to start in an attention position. You're going to reach down, touch your toes, crawl your hands out until you're in a good push-up position, down and up, and then crawl your hands back to where they started until you stand up, and that'll be 1. And we're going to do 20 of those tonight. So nice caterpillar push-ups in place. If you have the room, you can crawl down the floor if at home, but we'll do them in place. That way everybody can do them if you don't have the space. So 20 of them, here we go. From attention, down. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hasa. Yasa. Look up. Yiro. Aha. Yo, halfway there. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Set. Yeah, set. Look up. Yiro. Aha. Yo. All right, so now for crunches, regular crunches, we're gonna do a 750. Again, do your best with these. You can't get past a certain number. Just keep that in mind for homework until you get maybe one or two more the next time you do them. So we're doing 50. Here we go. Hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, hiro, ha, yo, hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, hiro, ha, 20, hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, hiro, ha, 30, hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, hiro, ha, 40, hana, do, set, net, hasa, yasa, go, hiro, ha, and 50. Stand up, shake that off for a minute, catch your breath. Okay. So for the hand technique portion, the strictly hand technique portion, we're going to work through the form starting at Seikhyang Yobu, moving all the way up to Pyongan Odan. We're concentrating on the first 4 counts, not first 4 moves, first 4 counts. And as some of you know, some of your counts have 2 movements or 3 movements involved with that. So the first 3 obviously are easy. It's 1 move per count. I'll show you each sequence, and then we'll do each sequence a total of 3 times. If you know the form, go the way you're supposed to when you start, so go left. If you don't know the form and it's easier, mirror me, okay? So whichever way, you know, if you know it, go the way you're supposed to. If you don't, mirror me. The important part through all of this is to make sure that you're getting in a proper stance, whichever one it is for the movement. Make sure you're doing a proper block and focusing your strikes and your blocks in the proper way. So, first one is the movements and the four counts from Seikhyang Ilbu. So from a chumbi, we're gonna look, step into front stance, haramaki, step punch, look towards that arm, turn block, step punch. And then most of you should know this one and know the sequence. So let's get right to it. We're gonna do it a total 3 times. First one, hana, hop, hop. And make it easy for you guys at home. I'll count the rep and I'll key out for the counts. If that makes sense. It made sense to me. All right, do it. Hop, 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 hop. Last one. Set. Hop, hop, hop. Back to chumbi. All right, so for the next one is Seikhyang Ibu. So I'm going to look, I'm going to do a Sangdamaki, step, Sangdang Kongkyuk, same type of turn for the last one, towards that hand, same hand block, Sangdamaki, Sangdang Kongkyuk. Okay, I'll count for the rep, and I'll key up for when you should move for each count. Hana, ha, 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 ha. Do. Ha, 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 ha. Set. Ha, 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 ha. Good. So that'll take us to Sekihyung Sambu. So Sekihyung Sambus, we're going to look and shift into Hukujase, or fighter stance, and do it on a Sopakuro Maki, or also known as a Yap Maki. So we're going inside, outside, side block. Going to step into front stance, middle punch, string on Konkyak. Take that hand, make a turn, inside, outside block, side punch. So they're doing the same thing in both directions, just like we have been. First rep. Hana! Ha! 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 Do. Ha! 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 Set. Ha! 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 Good. All right, so that takes us into the Pyongan forms now. We're going to do Pyongan Shodan. So we're going to start out by stepping with a Haran Maki in Chonko Jase, front stance. Next foot moves. We're going to punch with that. This time we're going to bring this hand around. Low block in front stance. Big circular motion down into a Kwando, hammer fist, and we're in Hukojase, or fighter stance. And then step through again to punch with the other side. So we're still doing 4 counts, but now we're doing 5 movements. So one more time. Low block, step punch, low block, bring it around, same hand, hammer fist, that's 1 count, and a punch. We're going to do that 3 times. Hana! Ha! 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 Do! Ha! 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 Set. Ha! 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 Back to Chumbi. So now that takes us to Pyongan Idan. All right, so the movements in Pyongan Idan, the first movement, you're going to look and you're going to do an inside-outside block, but your palm is going to be away from you on this one. And your backhand, the one where the weight's on, because we're going to move into Hukujase, my backhand is going to be in a Sangdan Maki position, a high block. So that'll be count 1. Count 2, we're going to take that high block and bring it right around, uppercut, and side punch. So we're doing 2 movements for count 2. Looking the other direction, I do the same thing again. High block is the one with the weight on the back. Got our middle block in front, palm out. Next count is our uppercut and side punch. So we're using Hukojase and Kimajase for this one. Hana. Ha! 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 Do! Ha! 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 Set. Ha! 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 Good. So that brings us to Pyongan Samdan. So we're gonna, in the fighter stance again, Hukojase, and do a Yapmaki. So that's a side block. Now you're gonna bring your feet together, and the side block that's out is gonna come down and punch. At the same time, this hand is gonna come up and do another, now it's an inside-outside block. And then we're going to reverse the motion. So coming towards you, that motion looks like this. Boom, I'm gonna bring that side up. This comes through and down, and then I switch and down. So then when I go with the other side, boom, same thing. 1, 2. That 1-2 motion is one count. So count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4. All right, let's do this one together again. If you don't know the form, this is okay. We're just using our side block, our inside-outside block, and a haran konkyak, or a low punch. Hana! Hop! 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 Try to go at a little bit of an angle so everybody can see where I'm going on this one. I'm going to turn sideways a little bit to give you more. Do! Hop! 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 And now, set. Hop! 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 And we'll go back to chumbi. All right, next one. We got 2 more for hand techniques. Next one, we're going to do from Pyongan Sadan. So we're going to move a little bit differently this time. So we're going to look. We're going to do a similar motion that we did for Pyongan Idan. Now we're going to use our knife hand. So the back hand is in a high knife hand position, and the front hand is in the middle knife hand position. That's count 1. Count 2, I'm going to go the other way, do the same thing on the other side. Count 3, I'm going to step forward and do a sangsu haramaki. So an X block low in chunko jase, front stance. I'm going to move forward one more time for count 4 into a huko sangsu. So a fighter stance, double forearm block. All right, so 3 times. Key out for each count. Hana. Ha! 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 And then back. Dual. Ha! 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 And set. Ha! 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 And then back. All right. So one more that's pure hands, and that's the one for Pyongan Odan. So the first count is a combination. I'm going to look, and I'm going to shift my weight into huko jase, anaso pakaro maki, and in that same position, I'm going to do a reverse chongdang konkyak. Again, I'm in fighter stance. My next count, I'm going to bring the foot with the weight on it to the foot with less weight on it. So it should be back foot to front foot, bringing the hands over in this chambered position. So your back hand is your natural chamber, and your front hand that goes across your body is going to be hiding that fist. Then I'm going to go the other direction for count 3. Step out into huko jase. This hand's chambered. Yep, maki. Reverse chungdang konkyak. Count 4. I'm sliding back across. All right, so those of you who are from Pyongan Odan, you know this sequence. And those of you who don't, again, these are all basic movements. So one more time. Block, punch, slide. Block, punch, slide. All right, count or repetition 1. Hana. Ha! 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 Back to chumbi. Repetition 2. Do. Ha! 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 And set. Ha! 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 And back to chumbi. All right, shake that off. So now we're going to move to kick techniques. Some of these have hand techniques in them as well. So this is kicks and or combos. So the first ones, we're going to do the same thing we just did. We're going to start back up with Seikyo Ilbu and move through some of the kicking sequences. So the first 3 are pretty easy. We're going to do the kick sequence 3 times each. and then the other ones, we'll mix it up a little bit depending on how the combination works. So, take a fighter stance. Hands are up. We're in hukojase. We're going to do up chaki. For every repetition, we're going to do 3 kicks. So, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. All right, and as you know, if you know this form, loud ki up on the 3rd kick. So we have our hands up. We're going to do that sequence 3 times. This is repetition number 1. Ha! 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 Aya! And we're back to here. Do! Ha! Ha! Aya! And one more with this one. Set. Alright, so if you know Seikyan Ibu, you know which kick we're doing next. We're doing our yapchaki, our side kick. So the same sequence applies. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do that sequence 3 times. So our hands are up, ready to go. Hana! Ha! Ha! Aya! Do! And set. Ha! Ha! Aya! All right. Next one is from Seikyan Sambu. So our dolio chak, your round kick. So same sequence. Round kick 1, round kick 2, round kick 3. Nice loud ki ups. All right, hands are up. Hana. Ha! Ha! Do. Ha! Ha! Aya! Last one on this one. Set. Ha! Ha! Aya! Okay, so now we're skipping Pyongan Shodan. If you've done Pyongan Shodan, you know there are no kicks in that form. So we're gonna do 2 from Pyongan Idan, and the first one we're gonna do also is shared with another form. All right, Pyongan Sadan. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to start with the leg chambered, and we're going to do this 3 times on each side. Leg is going to be chambered. The hands are going to be chambered opposite side. We're going to do a side kick and a hammer fist. And for tonight, we'll come down in fighter stance, because depending on which form you do, we're either stepping this way for Pyongan Idan, or we're stepping through if we're doing Pyongan Sadan with that elbow strike. So just to keep it a little universal for this drill tonight, kick and come down in fighter stance, because that still shows control, and that's the idea. When you re-chamber, you should have control. So you should be able to do whatever you want to do, not whatever your leg wants to do. So if you need to step into front stance, you control your leg. If you need to turn real quick, you can control your leg for that. All right, so 3 times on each side for this. We want to be equal for this one. So we'll start chamber to one side. It's up. Hana! Aya! Back to here. Do! Ha! Back to here. One more this side. Set. Ha! Ha! Good. We're going to go to the other side now. Hana! Ha! Ho! Ha! Do! Ha! Ho! Set. Ha! Ho! Okay. So the next one is also from Pyongan Idan. We're going to kick from front stance. So you're going to start in a front stance. We'll just do hands up for this purpose of this drill. You're going to kick with the back leg, up chaki. As you set it down with your own control, you're going to punch and block with the same hand, that back hand, and then you're going to kick and punch. All right, so this is part of the sequence from Pyongan Idan. Some of you know it. And if you don't, we're still doing basic movements. So, one more time, the back leg kicks. I place it down with control. Reverse hand punches, same hand does a block. Then I'm going to kick with that back leg again and reverse punch. And that's going to be one sequence. And we're going to do that one sequence like that 3 times. All right, and to make it easier for you guys at home, especially for those who don't know this sequence because you don't know the form yet, I'll count off like we did for the hands, what repetition we're doing, and I'll key up for the movements so you can move with me. So take a front stance. We have our front stance. So this will be Hana. Ha! Ho! Ha! 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 All right, so we'll do one count for the punch block. A little bit off from the form, but make it easier to follow along with. So we're starting here. Dual. Ha! 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 And last one for this. Our front stance. Ha! 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 Good. All right. So the next one is from Pyongan Samdan. So that's we're gonna do a crescent kick. Go this way. We're gonna do 3 of these in a row, and that's gonna be 1 count. So we're gonna put our knuckles on our belt. We're gonna do a crescent kick, out to in. I'm gonna stomp down, elbow, chicken wing elbow in, and then fling a back fist back. And then I'm gonna do another one, boom, chicken wing elbow in, back fist back, and then one more, boom, stomp, down. All right, I will go sideways so you guys can see me. I'll do the best to stay in frame on this one rather than coming towards you so you can see all the moves this way. So we're gonna start this way. Again, one more time. 1 count is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's 1. Okay, and then we're gonna do that sequence 3 times. So make sure you have some space for this. Don't kick any furniture or animals or people. Here we go. Hana, ha, 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 yeah. That's 1. Get set up again. Remember, basic movements. I'm doing crescent kicks, elbows, and back fists. Do, ha, 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 yeah, ha, 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 ha. All right. And for set, I think I'm going to pause for you guys after the kick, and your next count is going to be stomp and elbow. And what I want you to focus on for this last one is that control of your crescent kick. So for this last set, when I key up, I want you to kick. The next key up, I want you to come down and elbow, and then the next key up, back fist in that way. And this will give you the chance to really focus on your control of your leg and your chamber. So this will be set. Ha! 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 One more. Ha! 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 All right, so that's the movement from Pyongan Samdan. For Pyongan Sadan, the movement we're going to take is against a little similar to the Iana, as we're going to start in front stance. All right, we're going to do this one 3 times on each side. So what you're going to do, start with your hands up. You're going to kick with the back leg, front kick, punch, punch. All right, so one more time. I'm going to kick with the back leg when I come down, strike with the front hand, strike with the back hand, and then when I go and do the other side, same thing. Kick, front hand, back hand. All right, we're just going to do that 3 times on each side. So each time you reset, until I say switch, go back to the same leg. So hands are up, we're in front stance, chonko jase, up chaki, and 2 chungnam konkyoks. Ha! Ha! Duo. Ha! Ha! And set. Ha! 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 And we'll switch directions. We'll use the other leg now. Ha! 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 Bring your leg back. Duo. Ha! 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 And last one. set. Ha! 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 And then back to chumbi. All right, so for the last kick technique of the evening, and the last kick technique that we're going to work on is from Odon, and we're going to work on the sequence right before what I've described for some of you learning it as the demon drop. So that sequence that we're working towards. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that crescent kick again, outside inside crescent. I'm going to drop it, low block, look, slap with the other hand. Come through, crescent the hand, elbow, and that's where we're going to stop. So I'll go this way now so you can see it from a different direction. So now again, I'm going to crescent kick, boom, low block as I come down, slap with the other hand, kick the hand, elbow strike. Now, just like I mentioned when we were doing the crescent drop and elbow, you should be controlling your leg. Do not let your leg pull your body down so you lose your balance for this one. So what it should look like from here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My stomp and my elbow happen at the same time so I can use the energy with my whole body in that manner. All right, same as the low block. As I kick, I center my low block down and I use the energy from my drop to add more power to my low block. So think about that as you do these. It's all in your chamber and being able to recenter your body for this. So we're gonna do that sequence 3 times. I'll say the repetition number, I'll count off the counts. So let's start in our horse stance. Those of you who know the form, we're really in front stance, but we'll make it easy for everybody and start with horse stance. You're going to use the back leg going across your body. So this is Hana. Ha! 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 All right, so you notice I paused after each chamber so to give you the chance to get your balance and make sure you're ready to dedicate and commit to the elbow strike or the low block properly. So this is dual. Ha! 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 Last time. Ha! 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 Good. All right, and shake that loose. All right, so that's the kick techniques. And as you can see, again, I keep mentioning this, your basics are everything. Without basics, we don't have a foundation. We can't do anything advanced, all right? For me, advanced is just applying your basics in longer strings of combinations or in a different manner than you're not used to. But if you don't have your basics, everything falls apart. So that's how we learn all our forms. You should have all been able to follow along with these combinations tonight. If you know a low block, if you know a middle block, if you know a front kick. We didn't use anything fancy, no jumps, no spins, nothing crazy like that. It's all stuff you guys know. So whether you're a little dragon or a black belt, you should have all been able to follow along tonight if you've been practicing your basics. So let's do a quick stretch. Same one we've been doing, nice long front stance. Stretch that out. Good, we're gonna go the other way. Hopefully everybody's staying warm in this lovely winter we're having this spring. Turn the other way. Get their toes up or kneeling down and change directions. Good, we're gonna go to the center. Just cross your arms, we're just gonna let gravity do some work tonight. Pull you down, stretch out your hamstrings. And swing yourself over to one side and grab that foot. Swing yourself over to the other side, grab that other foot. Bring yourself back to the center and then drop your backside down. Take your elbows, press out your knees. Make sure you're breathing as you stretch. Your muscles need oxygen. Very good. We're going to stretch out, straighten out the knees again, hands on the floor. When you walk your feet in, you get that final hamstring stretch. And the knees press up, shake that off. All right, great job, everybody. Make sure that you're commenting or sending me some sort of message so I know that you're doing the class of at some point, so that I can mark your attendance, because you guys are getting attendance for every time I see you sent me a message, or that you've commented on the posts, like when I do the live classes, or even if you're sending me a private message to say, hey, I did this class. Some of you are doing that pretty faithfully. Every time you do something, I get a message about it. So that's the way I'm getting attendance. When I get a message from you guys, I'm marking you down. So you're on your honor for that one. And I've seen a lot of real awesome videos. You guys are doing great. Evie, you did a great job putting together that fight scene. Thank you for everybody contributing to that. It looks really cool. Actually, I'm going to post that on our main page for Face Kick Friday. So that'll do I think that'll be pretty awesome for everybody to see. So make sure you share that, because you guys should be proud of that. You guys are awesome. So have a great evening. Again, stay warm. Kenyet. Tong Su.